Welcome to my channel, everybody. This is my first video, and basically my name's Jamel. I'm an up-and-coming author. I'm working on my first book. It's a young adult fantasy, and I'm gonna talk about how it's been going so far, how, just the process of writing your first book, going through the ups and downs of just keeping a consistent, a consistent focus when you're writing a book can be very difficult, especially when you're first starting out in writer's block and things like that. So first off, my first book, I actually conceived the thought, like the name of it. I'm not going to reveal the name now. In later videos I will. But I first conceived the name, the thought of the book when I was actually 15 years old. I'm 26 now. So this is something that has just been in my subconscious for 11 years, and last year, around in fall time of last year, I actually began the process of writing this book. And my influences are, of course, which I take a lot of notes in here, Harry Potter, as you can see, the Hogwarts Journal. Harry Potter is a big influence for me growing up. I remember I first seen that movie 2001, it came out, and I was just amazed. It changed my world, it opened me up to such creativity and magic, and I was in love, as most of us were that are into fiction, that are into magical things, creative things, fantasy things. After that, my other influences, I would say, is like, I don't know if you guys know, because even though I'm only 26, like, I'm big into like 80s, 90s classics. Even before that, like, just, I'm into classics. As you can see on my wall, if you guys can kind of see, there's Stephen King, It, and Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. All these guys are like on my wall posters and things like that. But a big influence for me was a movie called Little Monsters. I forgot who actually directed that, But if you guys never checked that out, please check that out. Little Monsters, the movie. That was a big influence for me growing up. Just movies like that, Willy Wonka. Like, I'm a really creative guy. I'm really into the magic of things, So I always knew I wanted to create something just magical for people to relate to, that people would love. And the fact that I have such a love for the classics, and I see how that connected with people, is the vision that I put into making this book, that I'm working on now, is being able to relate to people. I didn't go too far-fetched to where people can't relate. Like, I put in a lot of things into my book where people are going to be able to relate to it. I'm a big Halloween lover, a big Halloween fanatic. I'm into just anything that has anything to do with creativity, really. Christmas is cool. More influences for me was, let's see, even TV shows. Boy Meets World, Just, what we loved about Boy Meets World was, it was real. We all got up and went to school every day, and we had our Topangas, we had our Sean Hunters, we had our Mr. Feeney's. Our Mr. Feeney's, for some of us may have been, a gym teacher, an art teacher, but we all had those influences in our life, so we could all relate. And as I'm writing my book, all these characters and all these people that I love come to mind, and also my life. Obviously I don't copy, but the influence, to know, okay, I'm going to relate to the people as I write this book. I want people to relate. I want people to be like, okay, I understand. I've been through that. I want to spark emotion. And as I write, I think of people in my life, that that have influenced me, that have somehow sparked a change in my life, and I put those characters down. I change the name, or I use certain things that are, little pieces of their names, and I mix it up, whatever. And that's what I've been doing with the characters. So this is heavily influenced by just everything in my life, and I know people are gonna love it. I know people are gonna love it. But to give any tips on writing your first book is really just that writer's block. Give yourself time. Like when I first started, like I said, it was fall time of last year, 2018. I was writing fall. I was writing winter, spring, summer, fall. Now we're in winter again. I'm still writing, and it's like even when say if I get writer's block or I don't feel too ambitious, I like to be able to have that, okay, whatever I'm going through in my life now, that reset. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And see that reset of imagination, reset of, of just focus from a whole different frame, a whole different mindset, if you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like writing in different seasons, throughout different seasons, for me, is beautiful because I feel different. Every season we feel different. It's cold, it's hot, it's warm, there's leaves on the ground. So I'm writing from different perspectives, and that's why my book is going to be amazing. And that's another tip I want to give to you guys if you're writing your first book is be very patient. This is a masterpiece. Like, you don't have to rush it. You don't have to. I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to. Like me, I really cherish this and I love it. So I'm not rushing anything, Sometimes even, because this is my dream journal, guys. So I take a lot of notes about my dreams in here, and I'll get ideas from my dreams. I'll go back and I will actually open this up, and just like that, I'll read, and I'll be like, hold on, that sounds really good. That should go in my book. Just like that, guys. If you guys are having writer's block, start writing down your dreams. See what comes, and you never know. Maybe an amazing story, but I'm really what's called, I heard someone say this, a pantser, which is like someone who just, writes off the edge, that's me as a writer. I'm not like someone who's like, I'm going to organize it like this and da-da-da. Nah, for the most part, I'm someone who's just like, okay, boom, 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 it's just coming. It's just free, bam, bam, bam. That's me, that's me, guys. So, and it works out fine. Like, I love the book so far. I'm in love with my book. And this is going to be a quadrilogy. This is just, right now I'm on the first book. I'm going to have a second, third, and fourth. And it becomes like your baby, when you write a book and you actually start to get through and actually start to see progress. Actually, I printed out the first 5 chapters, of the rough draft, and I'm in love with it. Completely in love with it. So, as you see it goes more and more and more and more, you start to just love it more and more, guys. So I hope you guys like this video. I will be back with more. And I did set up a Patreon because I'm a creator. If anyone wants to help out with my book, just sign up for my Patreon. I'll keep updates coming. And hey, this is my first video. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to be coming back with more tips, more ideas, anything to do with writing books with authors, with us young authors. Because I think it's honestly amazing to be able to put our energy somewhere else. Put our energy on paper, put our energy in books. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, I want to motivate and inspire, and I want people to know you can do this. You can get this done. And follow me on my journey as I get it done. And Hopefully that'll inspire you guys too. Thank you for watching.